Kratom is not a dietary supplement, but it's popular in some circles as a way to maybe help people get off opioid addiction and deal with chronic pain issues. But the question persists. Is Kratom itself addicting? Can you become addicted to Kratom? In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you proof that you absolutely can. Let's go. I've previously done videos on Kratom and its biological effects, so I'm going to point you to that as well as another video I did on even some companies that sell Kratom. So I'll put links to those in the description so you could check those out for more information. But let's focus on Kratom itself real quick. If you're not familiar with this, what is it? It's basically usually known as Metragina. It's a tree that grows in various parts of the world. Some people use it to help with being a stimulant or a depressant. It actually has many different compounds in the plant itself. 4 of these compounds are known to be psychoactive compounds. I'm showing you just one of them here for brevity. It's called metragenine. One of the attractive natures of Kratom is that metragenine and those other 3 compounds can bind to opioid receptors in the body. So this is why people will gravitate to Kratom as a way to maybe break opioid addiction. If it bonds to the opioid receptors, it might block opioids from binding to those receptors and help get you off pain medications. So that's the main reason why people do this. And they also use it for chronic pain issues as well, and maybe even a sports supplement. The issue, however, with Kratom is that it can be a double-edged sword. It can be a both stimulant as well as have a sedative effect, and that depends on the dosage. Lower dosage is more of a stimulant. Higher dosage is more of a depressant. The issue is I can't tell you what a low dosage or a high dosage is due to the lack of human clinical research out there. Now, I'm going to stop this little description of Kratom for right now, and I want to go right to the addiction proof. Let's jump into that now. So here we've got a review of almost 300 regular Kratom users. I call it Kratom, you call it Kratom, the same thing. Regular users, they've used it for over 6 months, and almost 100% of these people developed either severe dependence or moderate dependence. Again, signs of withdrawal can range. Again, we're looking at diarrhea, muscle spasms, pain, problems sleeping, nervousness, sadness, anger, restlessness, decreased appetite. Again, look at that. More than half have developed severe, and 45% showed moderate dependence. That's almost 100% of people using this longer than 6 months. And that's not all we got. So here is an interesting report from a school teacher, and she is introduced to Kratom to deal with some pain problems she's having from a fellow school teacher who is using it for her fibromyalgia pain. Kratom may be marketed to people with fibromyalgia. Here's the thing. So she's buying it on the internet, and within 6 months, she discovers she has to use more Kratom to get the same pain dulling benefits. She tries to cut back, reduce her dosage of Kratom, and she starts having withdrawal symptoms. We're looking at, again, severe abdominal pain, blurred vision, sweats, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea. If you read the actual report, you find she begins to hide Kratom around the house so her husband doesn't know she's using it, and she even has it delivered to another address, again, so her husband doesn't know she's still using the Kratom. It was actually a very, very sad case, and it took her a long time to get off this compound. But as disturbing as this is, I think the strongest evidence for Kratom dependence comes from babies. Basically, this syndrome is called neonatal abstinence syndrome. It's essentially babies born to mothers who are addicted to drugs, including Kratom. And for instance, what they'll have to do sometimes is babies born, they go into withdrawal symptoms, and sometimes they actually have to treat the babies with opioid pain medications to wean them off the Kratom. This is one such report of neonatal abstinence syndrome occurring. Here's another case, and here's another review of the cases as well. So again, this I find is the strongest evidence that Kratom is indeed addicting. Lastly, I'll just throw out to you this review of Kratom with and various case studies where researchers basically say that you can get the Kratom out of your system, you detox of it in several days, but they say that relapses to going back to Kratom is very severe because the withdrawal symptoms, as they point out here, may be long lasting. And again, there's a high tendency to go back to Kratom because those crazy withdrawal symptoms. And again, body ache, would be the most prevalent of the withdrawal symptoms experience. So I hope this helped you figure out if Kratom is addicting. If you have any questions, if you've tried Kratom or you've tried to get off of it, leave a comment below. I do think this is something that is not on a lot of people's radar, and I really hope this has helped. If you have any questions, leave them a comment below, and I'll answer them myself. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Until next time, I'm Joe Cannon. Go out, be safe, and where you can, do try to make a difference.